Hello Sangha. Remember the chant from yesterday, Namaha, let go, let go, let go. Okay. I keep coming back to this same spot, or this same beach, because it's really useful, and a lot of the texts talk about finding a space that you automatically associate the right energy with. So if you're practicing at home, create a space, a little sanctuary, where you feel connected, so that when you come to the space, you're already there, right? Like the energy is already right. It's kind of like the reason they built churches and temples, was like to create this space that had the right energy already. I mean, obviously they became elaborate and people lost the plot a little bit with it all, but really it was supposed to be a sacred space where you were already in that space where you could do the deeper work. Okay, so I hope that you have a space to practice where you can do the deeper work. Yeah, it's really important to me, and I'm moving house in January, and I'm going to create a space in there for me and Kerry to have our own practice space that's very sacred and very blessed place to be, just by being in that area and being in that room. Okay, let's start on all fours today. Lift and lay your hands, lift and lay your knees. Take your hips from side to side, shoulders from side to side. Just get a little wavy, a little spirally, a little loose through your spine. Maybe tuck in your tailbone. Maybe then extending it out. I always think, like, imagine that you had a torch on your fly if you're wearing a pair of jeans, and you're trying to point that torch between your knees and then in front of your arms, okay? So you're between your knees and then between your arms, and you just get your pelvis moving that way, and then the shoulders can start to free. And a kind of useful thing to be able to master with our shoulders. Oh yeah, the phrase from the second day was, repetition is the mastery of all skills. So this is why we repeat things, so that we can master them, okay? Lower your shoulders, not your shoulders, lower your chest between your shoulders, okay? And then lift your chest up almost above your shoulders, or at least your back up above your shoulders. So see if you can make that movement. Now for some people this is really tricky. It's not an obvious movement to make with your body, but see if you can allow your shoulders to stay where they are, but your chest lifts up and down really, and the shoulder blades come a little closer together, and then they wing out to the side. Good. And then from there, reach out with your right leg. And this time we're going to bend our right knee and try and touch the sky with your toes, okay? And then bring your knee toward your elbow. And keep this bend in your knee as you do it today. So we lift it, and our knees come to our elbow. We lift it, and our knees come into our elbow, okay? This is actually the marathon runner Kipchoge really liked this movement, and it's also in my teacher's first book, Yoga for Body, Breath and Mind. Good. And then let your knee come down. Try it with the other side. Reach your left leg out, bend your left knee, try and touch the sky with your toes, and then bring your knee towards your elbow, toes towards the sky, knee towards your elbow, toes to the sky. So really for strengthening the glutes and your hamstrings. It's a really nice movement to make. Good. And then give that leg a shake off. Let your knee come down. If you're towards the front of your mat, bring your knees a bit further back, because what we're going to do is do the downward facing dog shape with our upper body. So send your hips back, your forehead down, and really extend out here. Now you can just stay here and be in this posture, but maybe you can lift your left hand. Bit tricky. Down, right hand. And down. Bring your shoulders forward, bring your hands a little further back. Again, push the mat away as you tuck underneath your toes, hips back towards your heels, and take yourself again to downward facing dog. Pedaling one heel and the other heel. Good. And just take a moment to soften your knees and extend through your spine. And take your hips from side to side in this position. Really, no tension in your shoulders, but you really feel like you're pushing your shoulders away from your ears. And then let your knees come down and bring your weight forward and see if you can lower your chest down towards the mat and then all the way back. Little fly on the mat, coming forward, lower your chest down and then back. Keep your nose towards the mat this time and see if you can bring your nose all the way forward and up. Okay. So into cobra posture and then back again. Okay. And we're going to go between these two movements. So we bring our weight forward with our chest above our arms and lower down and then spring back. Okay. And then we keep our nose towards the mat. We come forward. We open up into cobra. Keep maybe your shoulders even moving a little side to side just to not slump into your lower back too much. And then come back again. Walk your hands back towards your knees and bring your knees beside each other and let your hips rest on your heels. Shake off your hands, get the sand off them. I presume everybody's got sand on their mat. And we're going to take our left foot forward and lunge like we did on one of the first couple of days. Taking the foot out to the side, out to the side. Just seeing how this feels for you. Good. Maybe taking it out to the side and dropping your hip and your back heel. Okay. And then forward again. Good. Inhale up with both arms. Exhale, go wide and sink your hips. Inhale, come up a little bit back. Exhale, come forward, frame your foot. Leave your toes on the floor and shift your weight back. Bring your knee forward, shift your weight back. Knee forward, shift your weight back, okay? Inhale up with both arms again. Exhale, wide and sink your hips. Inhale up a little bit back. Exhale, come forward, frame your foot. This time lift your toes, walk your fingers back and start to circle your foot around. Changing the directions. Let your foot come flat again. Inhale all the way up again. Exhale wide as you sink down. So your upper body's going back, your lower body's going forward, okay? Inhale up a little bit back. Exhale, come forward, frame your foot. This time you can come all the way back if it's possible for you. It's not always possible for many of us, so don't worry if that's not possible for you, okay? You can even reach for your foot here and lift up. It's so weird doing things on the sand when you're used to doing it on the mat, okay? And in flat yoga rooms, okay? Inhale all the way up again and exhale, come down inside your foot. And move your left foot a little wider. Tuck underneath the toes of your back foot. Move your heel towards the back of the room, sink your hips, and inhale up with the hand beside your foot. Exhale, let it come down. Place your back knee. Send your front leg back. Walk your hands back towards your knees and let your hips rest on your heels. Good. Let's try it with the other side. Right foot going forward and we'll lunge. Out to the side if that feels good. Out to the side. Just seeing what feels nice for you today. Out to the side and sinking your hips if that feels okay. It's all an exploration, right? I don't never assume that everybody can do everything or that everything's good for every person. It's just the opportunities to explore your movement and you usually feel pretty good after it, you know? And come forward. It's funny when I teach in the rehabs, just coming forward, the guys come down with such a scowl on their face sometimes, and then 10, 15 minutes in, they've not moved their bodies for a long time, they start to move them, they start to feel them, and they go, this is actually quite good. I actually quite like this, okay? And they start saying to each other, this is good, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah, it's good, okay? Inhale up with both arms, exhale wide and sink your hips. Inhale up a little bit back. Exhale, come forward, frame your foot, And keep your toes on the floor, but shift your weight back. Bend your knee, bring your hips back, bend your knee, shift your hips back. Bend your knee, inhale up again. Exhale wide and sink your hips. Inhale up, a little bit back. Exhale, come forward, frame your foot. This time we lift our toes, we walk your fingers a bit further back, and we start to circle things around. We change the direction. Good. And then we let our foot come flat. Inhale all the way up again. Exhale wide again, sinking your hips. Inhale up, a little bit back. Exhale forward, frame your foot. This time we can come all the way back if we want to. Sinking our hip and our back heel. Resting here. Again, not every knee loves this, so don't worry if you don't like it. Not every leg likes this. Not every leg likes reaching forward. You can lift it up if you want to. I'm kind of really struggling with this today because I'm on an angle and I'm on the sand. Let it come down. We're going to inhale all the way back up again. Exhale down inside your foot. Take your right foot a little wider. Tuck underneath the toes of your back foot. Move your heel towards the back of the room, sink your hips. Inhale up with your right hand. Exhale, let it come down. Let your back knee come down. Take your front leg back, both knees wide. Touch your big toes, hips come back to rest, heels come back to rest, elbows come back to rest, body comes back to rest. And take some time here. Lift your head, lift your elbows, walk your hands back towards your knees, bring your knees beside each other again. We're going to float the left foot forward again. Inhale up with both arms. Exhale, frame your foot, tuck underneath the toes of your back foot, move your heel backwards, bend your front knee. Inhale, we go all the way up. Okay. You can lower your back knee if it feels okay, and then back up. Let your hands come forward and down, your back knee come down, float your front leg back, okay? Walk your hands back towards your knees again, hips rest on your heels. Right foot going forward, okay? Inhale up with both arms, exhale forward, frame your foot, tuck underneath the toes of your back foot, move your heel towards the back of the room, bend your front knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower your back knee if that feels okay for you. And back up again. Both arms forward, back knee down, front leg back, both knees wide. Touch your big toes, hips and your heels, forearms down, forehead down. Lift up your head, walk your hands back towards your knees, bring your knees together. It's always funny when I teach in the rehabs, they're always wanting to chip in. And I said, put your forearms down. And one guy was like, Mark, I've only got 2 arms. I'm like, okay. Hilarious, apparently. It was funny though. Okay, bring your legs forward and give them a good shake off. Tap your knees up and down. Good. Let's do one last little sequence, one last little posture on either side. We'll develop this sequence as the month goes on. So take your left leg or right leg out to the side, bring the other leg in. Bend this knee. See if you can reach down towards this foot, either holding somewhere in this leg like an anchor point, and bring the other arm inside. And inhale. Imagine it's like you're like an archer. So this knee can be as bent as you need it to be, because you don't want to be like this, okay? So you want to be length up through your spine, bring your hand inside, and inhale all the way out. And exhale, release. And we'll try that for 2 more breaths. Inhale all the way out. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale all the way out. And gently release. Shake off, get nice and loose. Roll through your shoulders, okay? Take this leg out and bring this leg in. Okay, push away with your lower leg. reach for this foot, okay? Again, it can be the ankle, it can be the shin, okay? But again, we don't want it to be down here. Just for the sake of reaching our foot, we want our spine to be elevated and up. Bring the other hand inside like an archer. Inhale, draw all the way out. And exhale, release. 2 more. Inhale all the way out. And release. Last one. Inhale all the way out. And gently let go. Okay, shake off. Roll your shoulders. Start to transition from our movement practice, our asana practice, so that we can focus on our breath, okay? So the first couple of days we used Brahmari breathing, that sound on the exhale. We're going to begin to look at Ujjayi breathing today, okay? And you can use this when you're doing the physical practice too, okay? It's a real nice breathing practice, but it's simply breathing with sound, right? So you see the way that you can hear the ocean just now, and you can hear the sea just now, it's the Atlantic Ocean, I think, okay? It's like that. In fact, it's much more subtle than that, to be honest. It's like a very, very subtle sound. In the same way that if you've got a pair of glasses, but it's your sunglasses or your reading glasses, when you make that sound, it's that same sound that goes on internally, okay? So see if you can bring that to your practice, the end of your practice today, your pranayama practice, okay? So that when you slow your breath down, it almost automatically happens, okay? So try and make the inhale and the exhale slow and smooth. And as you slow it down, you might notice that subtle sound that comes with Ujjayi breathing. And if you can, extend the exhale to be a little longer than the inhale, okay? The exhale is where our parasympathetic nervous system is activated. So it's more restful, more recovering happens, more restorative. And feel free to do this lying in your back. If you want to transition to lying in your back, then feel free to lie in your back and just focus on your breath. And let's finish today's practice with Namaha, Om Namaha, okay? So it's the chant that I did at the beginning of this practice, and it's really nice just for letting go. So do it, Shanti we associate with a feeling of peace, Namaha with a feeling of letting go, okay? So take an inhale, Om Namaha. Letting all the tension go from your shoulders, from your jaw, from your forehead. Om Namaha. Om Namaha. Let your fingertips connect, the base of your palms connect. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you, everybody. It's beautiful to have you join in. Please feel free to ask any questions in the comments, to leave any comments, good or bad. I'll read them anyway. So yeah, I appreciate your dedication whenever you're doing this, whether it's January or whether it's another year or another month or maybe another reincarnation. Who knows?